First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold, blue, and purple trunks and tie. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, she weighed in at 138.6 pounds. She comes to the ring with an experienced record of 11 wins, 29 losses, and 6 draws, with 1 big victory coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Panjavisis, Lithuania, ladies and gentlemen, here is Vaida Masiokaite. Her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the silver and black trunks and tie. Standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, she weighed in at 139.2 pounds. She comes to the ring representing New Wave Boxing. She is undefeated with a perfect record of 6 wins, no losses, and no draws, with 2 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, here is Savannah Tini.
Okay, ladies, belt line is good right here in the middle of the letters. Same thing with her, belt line is good in the middle of the letters. You both received my instructions, so you know I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, God bless you both.
Vaida Masiokaite, well, certainly he's got the experience, but Savannah Tini will have the crowd on her side. She's a Detroit girl, unbeaten. Won a decision back on Christmas Day, in fact, was her last fight. Tini, silver trunks.
One thing Tini does is switch hitting, and she may need to use that against Masiokaite because of how awkward she is, just flicking the jab out constantly, and you've got to find a way around it.
What do you remember about Masiokaite?
I remember doing exactly the same as she does. She's just awkward. When you catch her, she'll hold on. But she does, she's a person that's used to being on the road, used to being the away fighter. And she always comes and gives 100%.
That's right. She fights out of Lithuania, and she says that there aren't any women who really fight there. So she travels most often to the UK to try to get some sparring.
She's, obviously, you can see she's got the height, the length, so if she can keep Tini the end of that jab, she can control this one, control the range of this fight. Oh, but just got
great shot.
A 1-2, snapped her head back again by Tini. Ooh, got caught again with the left hook.
Good shot. Tini's throwing some leather in this round.
And she'll do exactly that. She'll hold on, and that's the experience of her. When she's hurt, she'll shut it down to stop taking any more punishment.
Yeah, Masiokaite told us in the fighter meeting that she doesn't like to fight smaller fighters. You know, she says that the angles that the punches come from are a little bit more difficult for her to see.
That showed itself here so far in the first round because she took a couple of big shots from Tini.
I think the change of stance is putting her off. She doesn't know where the shots are coming from. And when she thinks she's out of range, Tini's just stepping forward and is still in range, just switching stances. We can see here from the southpaw stance, she gets the hook backhand.
Caught
twice.
Her again, yeah.
And a backhand hook there, and it's all from the southpaw stance, so maybe that's a thing going forward into the second round, is stay more as a southpaw.
It's interesting. I would like to hear the corner advice. Masiokaite also said that she doesn't actually have an official trainer. She trains herself.
Wow.
So I'm not sure who the people are in the corner, but hopefully she's getting some good advice there.
We'll find out. This is round 2. It's scheduled for 8.
She doesn't get much sparring either in Lithuania because of the lack of females, and she spars the lads. That southpaw backhand cannot miss.
There's a right hook by Tini. Connects as well.
Tini told us she has a lot of motivation to win this fight. She's had some health issues in her family recently, and those issues, she's translated that into motivation. And we're seeing that on display tonight because she's doing a great job so far.
And both ladies work outside of the boxing. This is, you know, a recreational job more than the...
Tini now. And southpaw and connected.
Good left.
That left hand, when she's fought in the southpaw stance, Tini, has been quite effective.
Body head. Stop! All right, Savi, 1, 2, 4 now.
I think the backhand hook or the hook backhand.
Hey, Brian, that left hand has been dirty tonight. Her nickname is now Dirty Martini.
And that's for free. That's for free.
Now she's been sitting on that one since round 1, Andy.
Good. Work that hand movement. When you make the miss, Savi, make her pay. When you bob and weave, where's the hooks to the body?
Here comes the final 10 seconds of round 2.
Savannah, when you're bobbing and weaving, I need those hooks to the body, girl, all right?
When you come off the back of a 3-minute male fight to back to a 2-minute female fight,
it goes quick.
It goes so quick. Especially when you're enjoying the action like we have in that round.
Yeah.
What a round by Tini. Here we see her being patient and utilizing the jab, the throwaway jab, to come back with the backhand. Like I said, that left hand's been working all fight. There it is, Dirty Martini on display. What a left hand down the pipe. She's doing a great job in front of her home fans.
Here comes round 3.
Keep that right hand up, Savi. Now start to
Tini also has an extraordinary work ethic. You know, she works a 9 to 5 in sales. She says she wakes up every morning at 4:30 a.m. to train and work hard, and then she goes back to her job. So she's playing dual roles in her real life.
Okay, Vaida now connects with the 1-2. There's the right hand.
When you bob and weave, y'all want that hook. 2-4.
Tini switched to orthodox.
She got caught there with a backhand from Vaida.
Hands up, Savi. Don't work for the knockout.
Yeah, Tini mentioned that she likes to switch stances, and she does it pretty effortlessly. We're seeing both the southpaw and orthodox stance being utilized very well.
I can hear the coach shouting, when you shift to southpaw, it'll land every time.
And she's been, I'll be honest with you, she seems to be more effective when she fights in the southpaw stance.
100%.
I agree, Brian.
Sometimes, as a fighter, one of the worst things that can happen is that you can realize very early on that you can hurt your opponent, because then you start looking for big shots and you're not, you know, doing what you've done in camp, which is work behind your jab and practice all the things and put your skills on display. Great hook.
Back to the southpaw. is Tini. To orthodox. Vaida ended that round with a good combination punch. Here's a look coming up on our undercard here on the Zeus Network. A couple of ladies again going 4 rounds. Then we have the men. And of course the feature bout of the night here on the Zeus Network, Samantha Worthington and Soledad Matisse. And that's for an interim title as well. So when you look at Vaida Masiokaite, anything different, same from the person that you were in the ring, shared the ring with?
Not really, to be honest, but I suspect if you can't get that, it's okay sparring men. You have to spar men because there isn't as many females usually in gyms, especially in the UK. But if you don't spar females, it is slightly different. So you're probably not learning a lot, and she's training herself with no one to real guidance, and so she is very the same. She'll always give 100%. She'll keep fighting, and she'll keep pushing and trying.
She's doing a little better this round, just moving forward. I think, to me, this is probably the most success that she's had. I don't know if that means she's winning the round, but when she's coming forward and throwing punches and bunches, she seems to be having a bit more success than the previous rounds.
There's that right hand by Tini that connects.
The thing about being the tall one, if you're coming forward, then you're shortening the distance, so you're doing the smaller person's work for them.
Final 30 here, round 4, scheduled for 8.
Good hook on the way in. She seems to be spending the last 2 rounds, a lot of it in orthodox, when we've all noted that the most success and the best shots have come from the southpaw stance.
Again, I think Masiokaite has done the best work that she's had in this fight, this round. Nice.
I agree with you, Naj. That's probably one of the better rounds.
Yeah, we can see her, like I said, that she'll keep coming, she'll keep trying. Nothing really landed on Tini. But then Tini comes with that check hook on the way in. We see it there. Both kind of landed there. Nothing really of note. Be interesting if Masiokaite can understand.
Yeah.
Because we had a translator yesterday in the corner, and I can't see her in the corner translating. So she...
Here we go as we begin round number 5, halfway point. How do you have this fight scored? If you,
I've still given every round to Tini. She, you know, Masiokaite had a good last round, but I don't think it was enough to win it. You know, she's just because you're being competitive doesn't mean you win the round. I think the better shot and the more eye-catching shots came from Tini. I'd love to see Tini just stay in the southpaw for a bit longer and get that backhand working.
I like to see Tini touch the body a little bit. I think there are times where they go inside. You know, Masiokaite smothering the work a bit, but I'd like to see a couple of body shots when she's on the inside.
Tini has been winging that right hand. It's connected a couple of times here in the 5th round.
You can feint the body or you can just touch the body to bring the hands down to get the shot over the top like we've seen in the previous fight.
Keep that up, shifts and angles. Just like the nose fight, where's those angles? Don't stand there, good. 236, 236. When you get straight, 236. Shoot, shoot, shoot. 236.
Masiokaite is coming forward, but at times she's smothering her work. I'd like to see her get a little bit of distance out there, especially with the longer arms.
She got caught. You're walking right into that.
And that's the danger of the taller person closing down the space. You leave yourself right open again for a big backhand over the top or from the southpaw stance.
363. Yes, keep moving your feet. Work your angles and move your feet.
Don't forget, folks, the main event, Claressa Shields, Franchón Crews-Dezurn. You can see it on DAZN. You remember, this was Claressa Shields' first opponent as a pro.
I was gonna be hoes.
They went 4 rounds. Claressa won it by decision. Now the rematch. Some 10 years later.
It is. This is a rivalry that has gone on for many years. It stems from the amateur code where Claressa beat Franchón in the Olympic trials, which meant Claressa went on and, you know, qualified for London 2012, and ultimately we know how that turned out. You know, 2 gold Olympics later, and then she turns over into the pros.
And the energy's in the air. You know, the Detroit energy, you can feel it in the building. I said Claressa Shields, she brings out all the aunties. I see a lot of furs, and the aunties are outside having a great night.
It is the D. You get them all out.
All the aunties are with the male counterparts.
Yeah, right, that's right. The players is here, too.
Yeah, the players is
Shout
here.
out to Claressa, the Goat Shields,
Yeah.
and Franchón Crews-Dezurn.
Because it ain't just the aunties wearing the fur here tonight.
That's right.
I need you to change that 2 to a 6, girl. 164.
Oh, it was a good combination by Tini. And steps around.
163. Step back. Step back. Now 163. Shift 63. Shift 63. Work your shifting, girl. Work your shifting. Good. See, work your shifting. It works for you. Now she's not touching you because you're working with her.
There's another right hand over the top. Tini all of a sudden pouring it on.
Keep working on the double.
Smothering. Relentless pressure on Masiokaite. Backs her to the ropes.
Oh, nice
connects
shot.
with a left hand.
We can see stamina starting to play a factor in this fight. Both women are getting tired, more so Masiokaite. It seems that she's a bit tired, and right now we're going to have to see what she's made out of. Natasha, I'm sure you can speak to that. What's it like just being tired in that moment?
I did actually wonder whether this was Tini's first 8-rounder, because she seemed to have, even though she won the round, she seemed to have a little round off. And I think, you know, when you're going for that first experience of doing the longer rounds, you get to like round 4 and you think, I'm only halfway through. I've still got another 4 left. And you think, oh, I need to hold back a little bit and save something for the latter round. And we could see her come back in this round, and she was a lot more composed. She was more accurate. She was more active and had more shots. So I think she just had a little round off there and regained.
Let's take a look at some of the action, Naj, here from round 6.
Nice right hand. You know what, Tini, I think she's done well in the southpaw stance. I feel like that's where she's gotten most of the work done, but she's changed it to orthodox as well here. That jab is pawing. And those are the awkward angles that we were talking about from Masiokaite. They're coming from underneath, and it's just tougher to see those shots when they're coming from underneath, and she's throwing those overhand rights.
I think what Tini's got to be careful for is when she is switching stance that she's not coming too square. You see her get caught by Masiokaite with just a little jab that kind of just took her off balance a little bit because she come square. She's got to shift into whatever stance she's doing a bit quicker or come in at an angle.
This is round 7. Tini started off as orthodox and has now switched to southpaw here.
You see the transition from southpaw to orthodox there was a bit smoother.
And generally, when you're fighting somebody who switches as much, you see a fighter try to attack when they go into that switch.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, it's no coincidence that all of these switches, she says that one of her favorite fighters is Vasily Lomachenko. So we're seeing a lot of the feet movement and angles that Vasily Lomachenko likes to utilize.
From the southpaw stance, she walked in with a great backhand, but followed it through and changed stance.
And catches her with the left hand. And body work there by Tini.
The smaller fighter's coming forward now. She's starting to back up Masiokaite.
She's realised it's round 7. She's only got 2 left.
Final 30 seconds of round 7. Tini ducks under those punches from Masiokaite.
Great shot.
Good exchange here. 8th and final round coming.
These women are laying it all on the line right now. It seems like both of them are giving their all, and what more can you ask for? Here we see those level changes. Tini, you know, they say small fighters can fight smaller. Sometimes with Tini, she'll duck down and explode up, and I feel like that's definitely been paying some dividends here. Tini utilizing that left hook as well.
Eighth and final round. Savannah Tini looking to remain unbeaten.
Finish strong, like we said, shifting and moving. Just like the no fight, shift and move. Good, steady going work. Keep moving the head on the other side.
The snap just seems to have gone out of Tini's shots at the minute.
Yeah.
So it's a great fight, a great learning fight. How to pace yourself.
Oh.
She gets caught on the way in there. She nearly had Masiokaite out of there in round 3 and 4. She caught her with a good backhand there. And I just wonder if she maybe punched herself out a little bit. And then it took that round 4 or 5 that she had off to regain herself.
Masiokaite is still in there trying. You know, she's giving her all, and she's landing a couple punches here.
Yes. But leaning in when she gets close.
Catches Tini with a good hook there. Tini responds. Here comes the final 30 seconds.
Vaida Masiokaite.
One of the things I said at the start is that she knows how to survive.
Yes.
How she survived some of them shots in them middle rounds, especially the three two-punch combination 3 times. And here we are with 10 seconds to go. And it looks like she's going to survive the fight.
Yep.
This will be a great learning experience for Tini getting these rounds.
And she gets caught.
Good finish. Good finish.
Great job, man. Good job, coach. Yes, sir. Good job.
I think she'll be happy with that fight, too.
Yeah.
I think she's gained a lot of experience. She got some cracking shots off, you know, and then, you know, moving on to the next fight, you'll learn how to pace yourself a little bit better. You know, you've got 8 rounds under your belt. There's always a confidence of knowing that you can do it once you've done it before.
I feel like the hometown girl has to be proud of herself. She came and showed out in front of everybody here in Detroit. And again, I mentioned earlier her why. She's had some family issues, and she was very emotional in the fighter meeting and said that this is her motivation. So I think whatever's going on in her life, we got to see it on display in the ring. And that motivation was definitely translated into what seems like a victory.
This appears to be all one-way traffic for Savannah Tini. Understand the judge's official decision is in. Let's find out who won it. Here's Pete Trevino.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put a big round of applause together for both of the boxers in the center of the ring. After 8 rounds of super lightweight action, we read the judges' scorecards. Judge DeYoung scores the matchup 79-73. Judge Santino has it 78-74. And Judge White has it 79-73. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Savannah Tini.
Detroit's own Savannah Tini remains unbeaten, now 7-0. Let's recap it.
Here we see Tini coming forward. Right there, it was in the orthodox stance, but we know that she's down to switch, and we saw that on full display. Both hands are working, the left, the right. She actually almost put out Masiokaite in the 4th round. She's being patient, and the smaller fighter utilized those angles. But Masiokaite was definitely a game opponent tonight and showed a lot of durability.
No matter what Tini's throwing at her, she just keeps on throwing. She's trying to just keep it at the end of the jab, counter with her own shots. But ultimately, Tini came over the top and caught her with some big, heavy shots.